So, day 2. I think Kit wants to go back to the arcade to see if the monitor is still there and if he can find another clue. So let's do the investigation roll. The danger is at 4. 5. Something or someone is in your investigator's way. Start the scene with the infiltration stage and introduce a level 1 threat. Let's see the threat. 12. Rogue android. Okay. So while we're walking, there's a rogue android running around in the corridor. That was a level 1. So you have to try and not get hit. Let's do a attribute test and let's use power. We try and get that rogue android out of our way. It's a random event, but we have a 10. Plus our power is 0, so we're still at 10. We succeed in our approach, so the android does not attack us, and we gain a bonus clue, which is a 4. Clue table. $62. Distress signal. Before moving to the next scene, it says defeating threats at any time you can act against a threat. But we do have to finish this, I believe. Any threats not acted against now act, and the malfunction tech was from the first round, so this will act now. Which means we suffer +1, 6 consequence, mark 1 fatigue. And we have a random event. Hide. So maybe we hear someone in the corridor as we run. Oh, maybe he hears his real name in the corridor. So he's trying to hide. He's trying to hide from them, whoever it is. Someone knows his name. Okay. But we're able to get away from the android and add a danger. We're at 5 now. This is bad. So before we start the discovery stage, I'm going to use a keyword. No, I'm trying to defeat a threat. At any time you can act against a threat to try and remove it from the scene. To do this, make an attribute test. I'm trying to, once again, work against the malfunction tech with my insight. 4, 5, a 7. Success at a cost. Your investigator succeed, but there is a complication. Suffer consequences, any threats not acted. Okay, we do succeed against him. Make an attribute test. If successful, make a mark next to the threat name. Or the mark if 2 marks if you got +10. We didn't get that. Once a threat has mark equal to its level, it's removed. So we managed to work out the malfunction. This threat is no longer against us. So we had 4, 5, we had 7, but we do still suffer a consequence. 5, 1 fatigue. That's not good. And any threats not acted against now act. So the rogue will act now. 1 + 1 is 2. Increase the level of a threat by 1. Okay, before we go in, this android is still attacking or running loose in the corridor. So I'm going to use the signal to get rid of the rogue Android. Great. Okay. So we're now in the discovery stage. And let's look around the arcade. We're going to be creative. So method 4, 5, 6. Failure. You investigate fails their approach, gain a keyword, and suffer consequences. But we do get another keyword, which will be 41 medkit. Okay, we had a 6. The danger is at 5. We suffer a consequence 3. So we would increase the level of threat. There are no threats at the moment, so we increase the danger by 1. We had 6 now. That's not good. Any threats not acted, there are no threats left. And we're going to add another danger. So we did fail to acquire a stage. So we have to try again. You will need to try again. So let's go back to the monitor. And let's use the insight random event. I said insight, right? So 6, it's 8. We are still over the danger level. And 8 is a success at a cost. We're going to suffer a consequence 3. Danger up by 1. We have no threats going on for us, but we have to add another danger, I believe, to getting a clue. There's no way we get under a 9. So let's look into the monitor if we can find anything. I'm going to use the insight again. Oh, that's bad. That's not good. Should I use the medkit? Maybe we cut ourselves. Yeah, I'm going to use the medkit to reroll. 6, 8, 10. That's better. So success. We gain a clue. We are higher than our danger. We gain a bonus clue. And threats would act, but there are none here. So let's see. A 9. It's a new clue. 63 altered data. Okay. And we have another 4. Good, 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 good. So now we strengthen a clue, which means we're going to add 46. Plan. Distress signal plan. Oh, maybe on the monitor we find a plan. Someone who's trying to distress the signal. I like that. I have no idea where it was. We acquired the clue with a 10. Still over the danger. No threats. I don't think I had a double. So the scene ends. Now to show you, I'm going to use a disguise. I want to see if I can find out anything about the guys who were talking in the corridor. So I'm going to hack my computer and see if I can find security footage. So I'm going to strike my signature keyword, which I can no longer use it until my rest, but I can strengthen a clue. Search a clue deck or discard pile for a card matching an established clue set. then add the card to it. I'm going to find another 4. There has to be 4s in here. There's a 4. Okay. And I'm going to shuffle. Now we're going for the second scene, and this is going to be a truce scene. I want to save those cards before I lose it. So, truce scenes, choose a clue set that has not been established as a truce. So what we're going to do, I have 3 4s in my deck. So we now are able to draw 4 cards from the truce deck, which means, no, 3, sorry, 1 for each card, which means we do know 3 more possible outcomes who was not in this package here. So it's definitely not. So it can't be the King of Clubs. Second, it can't be the Queen of Diamonds. Third, it can't be the King of Hearts. So these 3 are all cleared. They can't be in our deck. So thanks to our plan we found from the distress signal, we were able to identify all those things. This was a truce scene, so this means that was one of our clocks. Let's try and go back to our office to see what we can find out there. Start an investigation. Be at the danger. So 11. Something or someone has noticed your investigator. Start the scene with the infiltration stage and introduce a level 2 threat. 53. A Noonian riot. That's not good. So the corridor is filled with people from the space station, and they're rioting against the closing of the arcade. So let's try and surpass them. We do a power roll, but I'm pretty sure danger will be higher. We have a 7. Success at cost. Your investigators succeed. There is a complication. What is it and how do they respond? Suffer consequence and threats not acted against. Now act. So it did manage to go around the riot and access our office. But we suffer a consequence. 5. Marker fatigue. We have a fatigue track full. Strike your highest unstruck attribute, so we can't use our insight. We're quite tired. Clear all marks. Introduce the threat if no threat is present. There's the Union riot. And skip to the escape stage. So we were not able to go into our office. So now we do have to do an obligation scene. We're striking our true identity. Let's grab an oracle. 56. Prevent. So let's use. We're tired, right? We had a long day. I rolled fear, so we are still scared about the guys who knew my name, which I don't like. With this card, a clue. It's a 4. That was lucky. That was here. And that was our last day, or our last scene today. Now, I don't have that many cleared. I would like to have more clues. So I'm not going to file a case yet. And we're going to bed. We did struck our obligation. We were pretty scared the last day. 61 fight. Okay, so maybe we were scared. We're pretty scared to go out today, but we're going to try it. We're fighting with ourselves. Should we stay in? Should we try and go out? What's the best choice? But in the end, we're going to decide to go out. And that was our day 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in day 3. Bye!